Consider for a moment that you don't know how much time you have, right? This is not to give some sort of pessimistic view of the world, but a lot of people tend to think they have all the time in the world. A lot of people like to think that they have until they're 75 or 80, right? Me, I've always tend to thought like that I was going to live till 75 and 80. And even though I'm still alive and healthy, I've still been through a couple of experiences, probably NDEs, like near death experiences, where, I was in a moment where it could have been just lights out, right? So consider for a moment that you aren't sure how much time you have, right? Now, I'm someone who was raised in a Christian environment, and when you're raised in a Christian environment or any type of religious environment, what tends to be popular in these religions is the concept of the soul and the afterlife. Now, I'm someone who 100% believe the soul exists, and I think it is provable, and I 100% believe the soul exists, right? And for the longest time, I grew up believing that there is a concept of afterlife, that, you could accept Jesus into your heart and, make it into the afterlife, right? A lot of people believe in it, right? Or a lot of people believe in other religions where there is a concept of the afterlife. And if you align yourself in the ways of God, most religions, if you align yourself in the way of God, you are going to receive the benefits of being allowed into the afterlife, right? Now, I've also been around a lot of atheists, especially when I was in academia or agnostics, right? And a popular argument that they like to use is, hey, you know what? A lot of people, they're afraid of dying and they need that pillow story to basically make them comfortable with the fact that, hey, there is a life after death, right? A lot of atheists and agnostics say that, where they say, oh, all these religious people, they want to believe there's a life after that. They don't want to be faced with the idea of a reality where it's possible that you are no longer conscious, that you're not existent on the earth, right? Now, I've been exposed to many different types of ideas in terms of the afterlife, and I tend to keep an open mind. I tend to believe in karma. I tend to believe in God. I feel like I know God exists. I believe in karma, and I believe in the concept of reincarnation. I believe that Christianity and other religions are also beneficial to society in some way in keeping a functioning society, but I don't know everything, right? I don't know the perfect way to rule the world. I feel like most leaders throughout history haven't, to be fair, but the more, it's like that quote where it says, the more you know, the more you learn. It's like the more you don't know. But, it's like it's not really as perfect. I don't have everything as mapped out and as perfect as I'd like it to be. Right. But anyway, that's a few different things that I believe in and I've personally been introduced to. Now, now that we've got all of that out of the way, since I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with these concepts in general, let's introduce another idea, right? Who knows for sure what happens after death and how it works, right? We spoke about a few different concepts of the afterlife and karma and reincarnation, but who knows for sure what happens, right? There's been accounts of some people who have passed away and been brought back to life. Some of them recall seeing the kingdom of heaven, a light at the end of the tunnel. Some of them recall meeting Jesus. Um, the ancient Egyptians believed that your heart, you're basically in some form of the concept of karma, that you basically, your good actions were weighed against your bad actions, and that would decide whether you in the afterlife. There's so many different concepts of the afterlife and the concept of the soul in any different religion. The Egyptians believed there were five parts of the soul. The ancient Greeks believed metempsychosis. In India, they believe in Hinduism. There's so many different theories, and it's like, we can speak to God, we can pray to God, and we can have accounts of people who have passed away and been brought back to life. Some people were in a coma or they passed away and back to life, and they recall seeing nothing. They just recall seeing blackness, right? They can't remember seeing anything. So I'm not trying to take away from the accounts or stories of people who have gone through that. I'm just trying to introduce the comfortable idea that maybe no one really knows for sure, right? And once you realize that, you can kind of see the argument where some people say, hey, where some people have this mindset where it's like, hey, There is a life after death. Therefore, I don't need to worry too much about taking risks or engaging in life experiences that may be risky because there is a life after death, right? Some people avoid taking risk in life because they're comfortable with the idea and believe in the idea that there is a life after death. Therefore, they never need to take risks because they have a concept of unlimited time, that they have unlimited time, right? And let's be honest, I believe that the soul exists. I believe we are here for unlimited amounts of time, but I think it's also wise to make best use of your time, right? And when you believe you have unlimited time in a place, naturally, when most people believe that, you tend not to make best use of your time, right? It's just like you're at a job or you meet someone out in public and you're like, okay, I'll see them again at the same coffee shop. I might have seen them twice. I'll talk to them the next time. That's happened to me a couple times. Or I saw this person at the mall like one time already. Maybe I'll wait till the next time that I see them. I never see them again, right? When you put yourself in this framework that you have unlimited time, that you're going to see someone again, for some people, it can make you hesitant to even take action, right? Because you're like, okay, I can just do it the next time. I could push it on till tomorrow. I have tomorrow, right? There are some people who walk into hospital for an annual checkup and they get told by a doctor they don't have unlimited amounts of time, right? And it's like, just like that diagnosis, right? And we're not going to say that's possible for you, but I'm saying it's a possibility. It's a possibility you can be driving a car. People drive a car home to work. I don't know. It's a possibility. You see on the news, right? Someone's walking to the grocery store, something happens. It was just a trip to the grocery store, right? So it's healthy to put yourself in this concept of, hey, I can be optimistic. I can be a good person in this world. There's a lot of benefits to practice helping people in this world in the general sense, right? I can believe in the concept of a soul. I can believe in the concept of God. I can believe that God wants me to make this universe a better place and work on doing so. But at the same time, I need to be comfortable and face the music, face reality that I may not have all the answers. And that the best psychologists in the world who have 3 million followers on YouTube, or, the wisest, most prophetic Buddhist monks who live in the mountains, they may not have all the answers. And they may not know. They might have things they like to believe and not know, but who really knows for sure, right? Who really knows for sure what happens after death? There's so many different religions and ideas. I mean, not all of it can be true. Naturally, if one is true, and a lot of other ones can't be, right? And that is the reality. We don't know for sure. And therefore, it is wise to make the most value use of your time.